Hi, welcome along to the All Guns Blazing podcast, along with Man DT. And you know what? We're in a different location today. If you could see this place, we're in a bit of a swanky place, not too far away from Buckingham Palace. This place, you know.
No, it's my probation office.
The miles, your probation office. But it is nice around here.
Really nice.
So, we just put this little black background in to just sort of neutralise the video kind of thing, and we haven't got our normal sign and all that, but we're it.
You're looking a bit dapper today. New jacket?
No, I've got to go and give a talk today at a university. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Woo, check you out.
Listen, man, we've done a couple of those things before. We even gave a talk at Eton.
Yeah, Troops went with you, didn't he?
Yeah.
I bet that went down well.
And then he threw it out. But it was good. I love doing those sort of things, man. It's good. You know what I mean? It's like sort of telling them about the new form of media that's out there. You know what I mean? And it was brilliant. It's brilliant.
But it's a new jacket, though, isn't it?
It's not a new jacket.
Did you get it in New York?
A bit. No, I didn't get it in New York. I've had this jacket for a while. Look, what are you on my clothes? You with your money maker.
Money maker! Nice little plug there. See, it led to it lovely. How was New York anyway?
Oh?
How was New York?
New York was alright. I had a nice little break. I went to see the New York Knicks play.
Yeah?
Basketball. Yeah, that was really good, man. It's really good. Yeah, I mean, I went there and I thought to myself, I'm just going to keep it kind of low key. As soon as I got to the airport, I got recognised by a Nigerian diplomat.
Jeez.
Right, I was on the subway. People were like, "Are you Robbie?" I was like, "Robbie who?"
Say that again.
That's you, man. Oh my God, it's Robbie. You know what I mean? So no, it was good. It was good. It was a shame really that I wanted it for longer, because I would have went and checked out Arsenal America and stuff like that. But I was just literally was over there for a short period of time.
Robbie Airlines.
Of course. Listen, don't start your crap. That's getting lower.
Robbie just got on his jet.
You see, you're the person who encourages this crap, yeah, and it gets all these people.
I don't encourage.
It's bloody annoying.
I don't encourage.
And he's the one with the
anything.
money maker thing. You're the one trying to push this money maker thing.
I'm not
like
the
with
one
some
who
billionaires or
pushed
millionaires
anything.
or something.
I have
I
not.
wish. I'd love to become a millionaire. I'd love to be, but listen, all this crap about Robbie Airlines and stuff like that. I travelled regular class, mate. Regular class.
Robbie class.
Trust me, I hardly had any room.
Yeah, all right.
Not like you. I saw you in the summer doing little podcasts with, pina coladas in his hand and stuff like that. Oh, it's Mr. DT, I'm here. The beach is behind me. Yeah. See, so don't overgive it, man. How many holidays you had this year? That's like my first break in about 5 years. So how many holidays you had?
4. I'm going on another one in December. I'm going Winter Wonderland. Not the one in England, another one. I'm not going to reveal what country, but I'm going over there
so
with the kids.
5 holidays in 1 year.
It's all right, isn't it?
Money maker, man.
Money maker.
Right, listen, let's get into the podcast, right? It's serious this week, man. Because there's only one thing to talk about, and it's the North London derby.
Yeah, man.
Right? We're up against Spurs.
Yeah.
And you know what? For the first time in a long, long time, Spurs are coming to the Emirates, are coming to the home of Arsenal as the favourites. The favourites. They're above us in the league, right? They've been playing brilliantly away from home.
Yeah.
Harry Kane, who always scores against us, has been scoring for fun. We know he don't score it in August, but since then he's been on fire.
Yeah.
They rested players. Imagine England resting players for the North London derby. That's basically what they did, didn't they? Because Dele Alli didn't play, nor did Harry Kane. Winks as well. So they've rested players.
It'd be interesting
for
to
the
find
North
out
London derby.
Alderweireld and Lloris are fit.
Lloris, I think, will be back. They're saying Alderweireld is 50-50.
I think he's as important to Tottenham as Harry Kane.
They're going to have a full-strength team almost. This is going to be... And we're coming off the back of that loss against Man City.
Yeah.
And they'll know that we're nervous. They kind of have nothing really to lose by winning this game. I mean, this is the ultimate test this weekend for that Arsenal team.
First of all, the fans need to be on side, even if it's for an hour and a half. We all know about the divide. We don't need to go into it, but for 1 hour and a half, 90 minutes, we just need to be all on the same page. Do you know what I mean?
Well said,
in the stadium, it doesn't matter whether you're Wenger in or out or anything. Just we need to be that 12th man for the players.
Well said.
And do what we have to do. This means everything to me. It's bragging rights. It's just everything. I've grown up in an era where, you know, I feel that some people now in this modern era, they've kind of lost the meaning of what Arsenal Tottenham is. You know, I've seen some people celebrating a Tottenham goal because it's helped them with their fantasy points. And I'm like, really? Come on. You know, remember when we done a thing last year and we had to give the team selection and everything before the North London derby and stuff. And I managed to wriggle my way around putting a Tottenham player in. Troops, by the way.
Troops, you had about 3 Tottenham players.
Out of viral.
Yeah, I remember
whereas
that.
I twisted it around and got a scamming little way of doing it without putting any current players in and stuff. And I've just been brought up like that. I hate Tottenham. I hate everything about them. I hate the area. I hate the fans. I hate the club. I hate their badge. I just hate them. I genuinely hate the club. I detest them. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you're a Tottenham fan and you don't feel the same way about Arsenal, then you're not really a Tottenham fan. I want them to feel the same way about us. And
they do.
Yeah. You know,
I hear what you're saying. The rivalry for us, you know, we're kind of old school in that as well. That, you know, it's a game we have to win. It's, you know what I mean? Even if like when they say form goes out the window, it is true with these type of games.
Yeah, it is.
This game, and I wonder sometimes, you say about the fans, and that's true. Do the fans, some of the fans, I know like the old school fans, definitely.
Yeah.
But some of the sort of newer fans, do they know how much this game means? But then more importantly, do the players. Now, we heard from Jack Wilshere the other day, he did an interview on ArsenalFanTV, and he knows what it's all about.
Yeah, he knows.
I remember speaking to Paul Merson, and he said to me, he goes, Robbie, he goes, when I used to play for Arsenal, first, when I was on holiday in the summer, as soon as the fixtures came out, I'd ring my dad and say to him, when's the Tottenham game? We weren't interested in no other game, he just wanted to know when the Tottenham game was, when was the North London derby.
It's so true.
This game's massive, and we need to create that atmosphere, a special atmosphere.
You know, I'd done an interview with Kevin Campbell, and I touched on the North London derby, and I said to him, when he was playing, what was that like? And it was just a couple of weeks before the game. They were ready. You know, certain things were said in the dressing room, which I'm not going to reveal because it's all in my video and stuff, but I don't know whether the players get that anymore. I don't even know, right? You know, people might say, oh, well, the foreign players, but even guys like when Henry, they got it, man. Well, even
Henry got it.
Podolski,
yeah, those guys would die. I mean, Ian Wright and people like that. I mean, they died to win that game.
The one player I look at...
Are these players now in that mode?
Do you know what? Two players that I feel have got that fight in them, and it's whether one of them can come out of him on the day, and one of them I definitely know's got it, is Xhaka and Kolasinac. Xhaka, if he brings it out of him, he could be
sent off.
You know, you know what I mean? He's got that fight about him, and I think that he's someone that could get the meaning of what this game is. Kolasinac, I just think that this guy, even though he may not know before the game what Arsenal Tottenham is, I reckon he will get it. You know, you look at when
Bellerin should get it.
Bellerin should get it. Mertesacker's our captain. He should know it.
Yeah.
He's been there long enough, so he should be. Jack Wilshere, he should be going around and slapping every one of them players. And
Jack Wilshere gets it.
Do you know what I mean? You need to get it in your head. You need to. And I don't like all this coming out before the game and cuddling in the tunnel and everything else. I want my players to look like they want to kill you. Yeah. Go and swap your shirts and your shorts and cuddle and all that at the end. But before the game, I want you to hate who you're playing. I want you to look at them and there be that intensity. You remember what it was like at Highbury, the tunnel, it was tiny. We beat teams before they even walked out, and that includes Spurs sides. You know, we dominated for so long, and that's why it is hard for us as well, because it's painful to admit that they're the better side than us at the moment. But we also need to remember they're only 4 points clear, and a win means we're 1 point behind.
Yeah.
And they're talking about them being miles ahead of us. But if they do beat us, then yeah, you can look at it and go, you know what,
it could be. Do you know what? It's one of those games that it could be a turning point. for Arsenal season.
I think it could be a final
put
nail in Wenger's coffin.
if we lost it. But then on the other side, on the positive side, that if we won the game, it could really, put smiles back on fans' faces, put a lot of optimism back in the team, especially those players, after the defeat at Man City. Not nothing on winning the league or nothing, but that we can go on and have a good rest of the season in what's been a very indifferent start. Because but at the moment, Spurs are the favourites.
I'm still debating as to what this victory will do for us. I think a victory will boost morale and put a smile on our face, especially as fans. But how long will it last? This is the thing, because there's always a Watford defeat round the corner. So on one hand, we could be absolutely buzzing, and then I don't know what our next game is. It's actually in Cologne, isn't it? We could lose to Cologne, and it's like the world's ended. Do you know what I mean? No, but that's how.
That's the knife edge.
On edge we are right now, and it goes back to the same point that the club, Wenger, and everyone else has created this environment that we're in. So
let me ask you a question: does Ozil get what the North London derby means? Is he going to go out there and fight?
I don't think.
Is he going to go out there and
do you know what?
put it in?
Do you know what my thoughts on Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez, and I've stuck up for the pair of them, and I rate the both of them. I love the pair of them. And I said something after the Man City game, and it was hard for me to say it. And I said that I feel that if they don't sign a new contract, they shouldn't play for Arsenal anymore. I feel that we should. Maybe Danny Welbeck is not better than Alexis Sanchez. Maybe Alex Iwobi is not better than Mesut Ozil. But will they give more to the cause than them? At the moment, it looks like it. I look at...
This is a game where those two can really sort of redeem themselves for the fans. If Alexis, who we've known over the years as a fighter, right, as well as being a bloody brilliant footballer, but a fighter, and Ozil, who we've known as being a bloody good footballer, but not a fighter.
Yeah.
If they can both, in this game, stand up,
and be counted.
Because, this is
it's a tough... I think this is one of Wenger's biggest team selections in years. Because if he does go with Ozil and Alexis, and they don't perform, and we lose, then it's on his head. For the amount of criticism that the players will get, ultimately, it's the manager who the blame lays with. And people will say, if it goes right, everyone will say, great choice to play Alexis and Ozil, look how brilliant they were. If it goes wrong, people will say, why did you play him? He's clearly not mentally ready. I look at Alexis, he's the kind of player that could turn that game. No matter how he's playing right now, there's no doubt in my mind that Tottenham are worried about him. They will be extra worried about him.
Not if he gives the ball away.
This is what I'm saying.
He's been doing this season.
If he plays like he did against Man City, we may as well play with 10 men, because we effectively did. If he plays like the Alexis that we know and saw last season, he could single-handedly tear Tottenham apart. But it's which one turns up. And ultimately, the sword falls on the manager, because it's him that's got to make it. And this is what I'm saying. It's one of his biggest team selections in recent years because of everything that's around it, and does he put Jack Wilshere in there?
I personally think Jack Wilshere
should start.
Jack Wilshere should start that game. It's, as I said, you want some players in that team that know what it means.
But the decision might be made
and
for
the biggest guy that knows what it means is Jack Wilshere. He has to start that game.
But we're hearing that Aaron Ramsey's 50-50 because he come back from international duty, didn't he? He got sent home. Same as Olivier Giroud as well. So
I know,
but I'm saying maybe
you could have a Cofferdale syndrome.
I know, but maybe the decision might be a bit easier for him, because if Aaron Ramsey's injured, then surely Jack Wilshere's going to come in. If it isn't, then he's got to make a decision.
No, El Neni in there or something like that.
No, El Neni will go centre back.
No, listen, El Neni's like best in his sort of box-to-box position, which is what Ramsey plays.
Put it this way: if Aaron
I can see him putting El Neni in there.
If Aaron Ramsey's injured, if Aaron Ramsey's injured and Jack Wilshere does not start, I think that already creates a negative environment around the fans. We spoke about this with Man City. We're going to the game. In our hearts, we're going to get beat. But you try and psych yourself up, and then on the way there, you're going, yeah, Alexis and Ozil and Lacazette, they can cause some damage. Yeah, you build yourself up for it and think, yes, we can. And then just as you arrive in Manchester, you hear that Lacazette's on the bench.
Oh no!
And you go from here to there. And it was the same when we went up to Anfield. We were buzzing because we were hearing that Alexis was coming back for the first time. And we were like, we're going to get to see him and Lacazette. And then you get to Anfield and Lacazette's on the bench. So,
AO. Oh no, it's not AO.
Yeah,
it's
and it's,
AO.
You know, do you know what? Thinking about it as well, right? We've just had the international break. Now, I touched on this before the international break, and a lot of people laughed, and I've said this, and it's coincidentally, this has actually came to fruition. But
what's that?
Have you noticed how well our players seem to be playing at international duty? Players that are not on form for us. Granit Xhaka looked brilliant for Switzerland. Alex Iwobi against Argentina yesterday.
Iwobi scored twice against Argentina. I've been saying this for a long time, that I do not understand why Iwobi gets so much stick. He's a young player emerging at Arsenal, right? Even in the game against Man City, I felt that he was one of the few players that carried a threat, right? He had a shot, he was trying things, right? And I like what I see from this guy. He's still a young player. And he's coming up, and he scored twice against Argentina.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the game. The game was on a neutral. It was in Russia as well, wasn't it? So that's really impressive. Like you said, Lacazette scored twice for France.
Ozil another assist for Germany.
Ozil looked good against France. Giroud scored the other night, or he got an assist or something?
Well, he got he played the first one, but he got injured.
Yeah, but you're right. I mean, our players have performed well on international duty. Mind you, so there. So Ericsson scored a hat trick.
I know, but
the Republic of Ireland
got a problem with their manager.
Yeah, I hear that.
This is what I'm saying. Ericsson's performing for club and country.
So you're saying that those players are performing better under their national thing than, and why is that? Okay, I think I know the answer to that.
But what you just said, that you look at it, Christian Eriksen's performing for Tottenham and for Denmark. There's no, in between.
But then, hold on, with these players though, there's no excuse for them to. So Iwobi, he would probably be playing in the same sort of position that we plays for Nigeria. So there's no reason why he shouldn't be performing for Arsenal.
Maybe there's just a little tiny tweak.
Ozil will be performing in the same sort of position as what he performs for Arsenal. Why can't he do that at Arsenal?
Maybe because we've.
Is it the players around him ain't as good?
Maybe because they play to the player's strength. Mesut Ozil's won 5 out of the last 6 years German Player of the Year. It's not something to be laughed at. There's a reason why his fellow professionals and teammates rate the guy so highly. We can sit here all day long and say he doesn't put the work in, hasn't performed at Arsenal. But the people that play with this guy love this guy. They love him. You look at the comments about Jose Mourinho about him. There is no replica to Mesut Ozil. He said he's just a one-off. So these are the people that work with him. So are we not playing to Mesut Ozil's strength? This is my issue. I don't think there's certain players. I don't think we're using Granit Xhaka properly. I don't think
How should we be using
Well, you only have to look at what he was like before he came to Arsenal, and even when he's with Switzerland. He's not a defensive midfielder.
But he's not really playing as a defensive midfielder even at Arsenal.
He basically is, because he doesn't really get forward. And it seems like
he does.
No, but it also seems like he's lacking confidence at Arsenal. You look at him when he went out for Switzerland. It was like he was free, could express himself. Like there was something. It's like something holding him back at Arsenal. Whereas at Switzerland, it was like, I can be me. But yet at Arsenal, and we had this conversation in the last podcast as well about the shots. And we joke that you'll get a fine if you shoot from 30 yards. But Granit Xhaka don't do that no more. When he first came to Arsenal, ping, top corner against Hull. Week later, Nottingham Forest, top corner. He doesn't even have pot shots no more from 30 yards. And we're screaming as fans when we see him 30 yards out, shoot. But he doesn't. That's obviously drilled into him on the training ground on a day-to-day basis. That Arsene Wenger likes players to pass. And I even joked and said, we could go one-on-one with the keeper and we'd still try and pass. That's us. El Neni, he was another one that used to take shots from distance. Think of his goal in Barcelona as well. Now I look at it, if that chance come across to him in Barcelona now, he would have probably took a touch and then played it left.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. It's no coincidence, Robbie. Seriously, I know it's very easy for me to just bash Wenger. It's very easy, but I'm looking and I'm seeing players play differently under different managers, and it's not a one-off. It's every time these players go to international duty, they seem to turn into a different player. And we look, Aaron Ramsey, Wales. Do you remember in the Euros? We were sitting there going, where is this Aaron Ramsey? Probably one of the players of the tournament. Where's that Aaron Ramsey? Comes to Arsenal. What? It's not just me saying this, Robbie. It's more than one player. And there's got to be something wrong. There's got to be. But will we ever find out? Probably not.
Do we go on the front foot against Spurs?
Yeah.
Right, because listen, whether we like it or not.
If you invite pressure,
Harry Kane, who always seems to score against us.
Listen,
you will wave your hand. It's true.
I don't care.
Listen. No matter what we think, you can wave your hand all you like. Right?
It wasn't Harry Kane. I was on about Dele Alli with his little peanut head.
But he's on. These are good players.
I don't care, man. Go on the front foot. We're Arsenal. We're at home.
Arsenal.
We're at home.
You got to know the team you're playing as well.
Yeah, we're at home. We're at home.
We're Arsenal, but you got to know the team you're playing.
And we're at home, and we can cause them as many problems as they can.
So
would
you have Alexis, Lacazette, and Ozil all playing?
Do you know what? I'm going to stick to my principle because I said what I had to say, and that is that if they're not committed to the cause and they're not going to give 110%, that they shouldn't be playing. If they don't want to be at the club and they're going to leave in January, then what's the point? We may as well.
So if they don't sign a new deal,
then they shouldn't play. Then they shouldn't play, and that hurts me to say that. It really does, because
that's suicide, don't it?
Listen, sometimes you've got to take, a step back to take two forward. It's hard. It's hard. It's because
will you be saying that if you leave their man out and we lose the game?
No, because this is the thing, Robbie. Because even you said yourself in interviews, is there any point in Mesut Ozil playing if he's not doing? And this is what I'm trying to say. People say to me, stop being, blindly loyal to these players, because I love these players, and my heart would play them this weekend because I know that they can both change the game. Do I think Arsene Wenger will drop them? No. But on the flip side of it as well, I also look and say, you know what? Sometimes a player that may not have the most ability but gives 100% will do more on the pitch than a player with more ability and only 50%. If Alexis is playing at 50%, and Danny Welbeck is playing at 100%, you'll get more out of Danny Welbeck than you will Alexis.
Yeah.
Now you know who's the better player. There's no argument in that. But if one's given 100% and one's given 50%, you're going to get more out of the 100.
Well, I think if Welbeck, obviously at the time of filming this we don't know, but I think if Welbeck is fit, it's got to be a big shout for him to be in the team, because he's been causing a lot of problems in the games that he's played with his pace.
But where will he go? Because Arsene Wenger, I genuinely don't think Arsene Wenger will leave Alexis Sanchez on the bench. I can't see it. And sadly, I've got a feeling I know who the one that would make way is.
Who?
Lacazette.
No,
it can't.
Lacazette's just scored 2 goals.
I know.
He can't leave out Lacazette.
You're saying it to me like it's me. I wouldn't leave him out. Are you mad?
Well,
I'm trying to get into the brain of Arsene Wenger, which is just an impossibility because he's gone senile. But I just don't. That's Wenger-like. That is him. I don't.
Lacazette
Did you think that Lacazette was going to be on the bench for Man City?
No way.
Exactly. Did you even think that he was going to be on the bench for Liverpool? Did you think that Hector Bellerin was going to play left wing back instead of Kolasinac against Liverpool? No. None of us can tell what the hell Arsene Wenger does anymore. I reckon Arsene Wenger watches our previews, and then goes, right, I'm not playing him and I'm not playing him because I know how to piss him off, so I'm going to play him instead.
There's even a shout for Giroud in that game. But you see he's a bit injury. As I said, those injuries...
I think we need to attack Tottenham
Those injuries off of international break, I don't... You can have a call, they'll send you back.
Attack Tottenham with pace. Go at them. I think the fans...
But they've got pace, don't they? So they're not an easy team to get in behind.
No, but that's
they're a good team defensively. But also, they've got a lot of pace at the back.
If we sit back, right? If we sit back, this is what I don't want. If we sit back and say, right, okay, we'll let you come. onto us, yeah? First of all, it will create an environment in the crowd, because they'll be saying, why are you letting them come onto us? And then Tottenham might have 1 chance and then 2 chance, and then you're already thinking, in a minute, they're going to score. So your mind is already negative in the crowd. What I want is the team to go out there and go for Tottenham. I want us to create the first chance. I want us to go for them, because naturally it lifts us. Don't sit back and wait for the inevitable, because it will filter around the whole stadium. Go for them. It will also filter around the whole stadium, but in a positive way.
It's going to be one of those games because I have to admit I'm a bit nervous about the game, man. And normally when we play Tottenham at home, I'm going into it and I'm like, we're going to win this. I'm going into this one and I'm like, I'm in 2 minds.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous.
And the reason why I am is because a lot of the things you've mentioned is the fact that, you know, the crowd can easily turn. Right? Like what you said at the start of the show is so important, that all the fans get behind the team. If we're 1-0 down, stay behind the team. The game's not over, stay behind it. We've been 1-0 down in every game this season anyway. But we've got to stay behind the team. Because I think we've got to, whether we hate Tottenham or not, we've got to acknowledge that they are a very good team.
No.
So, what do you mean no? You have to acknowledge that they're a very good team, and you know, we're going to have to show them respect, because if we don't show them the respect that they deserve,
never show them respect.
Respect on the pitch, I'm talking about, because if we don't show them the respect that they deserve,
they show
on
none
the
of
pitch,
their fans respect. Did they show us respect when we walked out of White Hart Lane? That was emotional, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to show them respect on the pitch, because if we don't, they are capable of ripping us apart. They are that good. They've got the man up front in Kane that's been scoring the goals. They got wing backs that get forward and put great crosses in, like Trippier, or whether it be right. In the midfield, they've got Ericsson, who, as you said, hat trick against the Republic of Ireland, looked really impressive. Dele Alli, they've got
Smack Dele Alli first 5 minutes. Smack him up. Seriously.
Dembele, you know, I mean, they've got.
We
can no longer look on it and say it's in the Spurs in the past where they've got. Spurs have always had some good players, but then they've had some little. But now they've got proper team. And
still don't win a trophy though.
If they ain't won no trophy, but if we don't go into that game,
we have to. We have to go in.
And if we're not concentrated for the whole 90 minutes.
If there's one thing about Dele Alli, he's got a temper. Stick Jack Wilshere on him in the first 5 minutes. Get under his skin. You looked at it the other week when Man United beat Tottenham. Ashley Young got under his skin. And it worked, didn't it? Look at those little weaknesses. That might not be a...
They were peppering United though.
No, Man United had control.
They were peppering Man United.
Man United had control of that
control
game.
Of what?
I wasn't too worried about it. I wasn't.
Well, watch that game, man. Tottenham were peppering United, man. United a bit fortunate to win that 1-0.
Well, they won it.
Did?
You know what I mean? So there you go. And it's... At the end
they haven't
of the
lost
day,
other games away from home though.
Yeah, well, Saturday's a good time to lose one, isn't it?
Well, listen, that's what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
I'm sick and tired of their fans. I want their fans to walk out of Emirates crying their eyes out. I want them to go home and be absolutely fuming. I want them to go home and be like, oh, ArsenalFanTV and chill. Yeah, shut your mouth. I can't wait. I don't care if they smash up the toilets, which they usually do, because they can't do anything else. And I just want them to suffer. I want them to, because they're just getting so ahead of their station. I hate their fans, seriously. I've got some mates that are Tottenham fans, but for that day, we detest each other.
Would you have Pochettino as Arsenal manager?
You know what? I would have him. You know why I would have him? Because it would hurt them. It would hurt them so much. But he's still not proven anything as a manager.
He hasn't.
That's the thing. You've still got to win something.
I heard someone say the other day, is he a great manager or a great coach? In that he can coach players, knows his tactics, brilliant at that. But the great managers
lift the trophies.
They lift up the silverware, and he ain't done that yet.
No, he hasn't.
And he didn't just turn up yesterday. He's been here for sometimes the way some of these Tottenham fans talk about him like it's his first season.
Yeah, and
he's been there a little bit now. I mean, not even a little League Cup or nothing.
You know what?
Last season, remember, semi-final, you know, people slate Wenger, right? Semi-final of the FA Cup, they get turned over by Chelsea, they're out, right? Arsenal turned over Chelsea and City to win it.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and City at that time were on fire again. You know, this is the thing, Pochettino, a lot of times when the big hurdles come,
he can't get over them.
He hasn't got over it. But then they have been winning like some big games, you know, that Real Madrid win.
Yeah, but that's great. You didn't win a trophy. He's like,
well,
you know when they do,
they have done the way they're carrying on about it.
You know when they do the running, and I think it's the steeplechase, and you always get to one of them hurdles where there's the water at the end of it. That's what Pochettino does. The hurdles before he gets over. Once he gets to the water, splash. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is. At the end of the day, I've said it. I think that Tottenham won't lose their players right now. I think they'll get them for 1 year in the new stadium next season. And I think if this season and next season they don't win any trophies, all their big hitters are gone. They'll be gone. Alderweireld will be gone. There's already noise about it. Kyle Walker's already jumped ship. You know, do you really think at the end of this year, Kyle Walker's, listen, he's going to have a Premier League winners medal around his neck. What do you think he cares about? The Premier League winners medal or putting the pressure on last year? Come on. So other Tottenham players who were friends with him, mates with Dele Alli, Kyle Walker is, they're best mates.
Danny Rose wanted to. He said, you know, I mean, he's broke, isn't he? Not getting paid enough money.
But this is the thing.
You know, he said Tottenham don't pay enough money. He wants to leave.
You think when they go on holiday this summer, Tottenham win nothing, Man City win, let's say they won just the Premier League. You know, and Kyle's there with his nice Premier League winners medal, and he's like, hey, Dele, look at that. What you got? Come on, where's your medal? No, the Asia Trophy don't count, mate. Do you know what I mean? And this is the thing. At the end of the day, it's as simple as that, isn't it? It is though. I'm not going to pull out a fucking Asia Trophy. It's like pulling out an Emirates Cup medal, isn't it? It's like, you ain't going, what's that? No. And at the end of the day, these players will look upon that and say, you know what, I want a piece of that pie. I want that. I want a Premier League winners medal because that's what you look at when you finish playing football. And you touched on a really good point there. The pay. As much as we don't like it, money is a massive part of football now. And these Tottenham players, they're on absolute peanuts. Matt Debuchy is getting more than half of the Tottenham players. So, you know what I mean? So they're looking at it and going, well, hold on a minute. Do I stay here, not win any trophies and get, in their world, a measly 60, 70 grand a week? That's a lot of money. But to them, it's not. Or do I go to somewhere like a Man City, play in the Champions League and compete? I will double my money, minimum 150 to 200 grand. I'm going to win Premier Leagues and stuff like that. What are you going to choose?
Has the international break helped us more or them? We went in, you know, we were off the back of a loss. They're off the back of a win against Palace. So he looked very impressive in that game, by the way, but it'd be a different
do you know what?
The international break kind of helped us in a way that it's kind of taken away that negativity of the Man City loss. Maybe. And we can start afresh again.
Maybe.
Or, has it helped them? They've been able to...
Well, no, I don't think the international break helps anyone in terms of, you know, you can pick up injuries and all that kind of stuff. But I feel that looking at it now, having the break from the Man City game was probably a good thing. It was good. You feel, you know, we didn't expect to win that game. But it still hurts losing, and you could still feel the tension in the crowd. And what is it they normally say, you know, like when you lose a game and then you get a game a few days later, and we've spoken to footballers and ex-players and stuff, and they say that's the best thing. When you've got a big game straight after a defeat, it's sometimes the best thing to happen. And I feel that maybe Tottenham is possibly the best game that we could have right now. If we had a Swansea, for example, coming up, then there isn't that natural motivation, and fans are not kind of buzzing. It's like, Swansea at home. It's we should pick up 3 points, but there's I know we're not confident, but there's a buzz around because you know it's Tottenham.
I want to ask you. I don't want to ask this question.
God, I dread to think when you say this because you get that serious face.
If we lost this game, does that show? Is there now a change in North London?
No.
In that it's.
No.
Because a lot of people are looking at it like that. They're like, if they come to the Emirates and turn us over,
No.
there's a change in North. That's
Are they lifting a trophy up if they beat us at Emirates? No.
No, but you know,
listen,
you don't get a trophy for beating Arsenal.
I've said
and you don't get a trophy for beating Tottenham. But do you start to look at it and say that they are now becoming the dominant team?
No,
in North London?
because we've said they are the better side right now. We've said that. That's literally all you're getting out of me. But in terms of power shift, win some trophies. Then you can shift the power. Then you are the dominant team in North London.
My mate, you Tottenham fan, was saying to me the other day, goes, Robbie, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
We're a better team than you right now. We're moving into a brand new stadium that's going to be bigger than yours, according
Tell your mate to put down the weed.
Right? He said, we're moving to a bigger stadium that's going to be better than yours. We're coming for you. And I said the same thing he said. I said, listen, win some trophies first.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they are coming up.
Yeah.
We have to admit
they are coming.
that they are coming up hot on our heels now. They're making moves.
Well, put it this way. They need another 11 titles before they can equal ours. They need another 5 FA Cups before they can equal ours. Oh, you won more League Cups than us. Well done. Whoopie-doo, you've won 2 more. You're not a bigger club than us. You're a better club right now in terms of what's going on the pitch, but you're not a bigger club than us. Nowhere near a bigger club than us. Start winning trophies.
What's going on off the pitch as well, they're better than us right now. They're more, their fans are not digging up at their boards.
First time in how many years?
Even though they're paying those wages that we're talking about, they've been able to hang on to, apart from Walker, then they've been able to hang on to all of their players. They've been hang on to Dele Alli, they hang on to Ericsson, they hang on to,
Well, first and foremost,
they're a better run.
First of all, I think Tottenham are very lucky in the sense of the time that they've moved stadiums. I think if they'd done their stadium at the same time as us, then they would have really struggled.
But they're sensible because no, I don't think it's just that. They've got players that they've signed on long-term deals that they did a couple of years ago. They've signed these guys on long-term deals. So even if a club comes in with a mega amount of money, it's up to them whether they want to sell. They haven't got like 3-4 of their main players with a year left on their contract.
But like I said, after next season, then you'll really start to see. And then we'll then start to see things unravel. If Tottenham start winning some trophies, then we are in shit. Because those players won't want to leave. Because why leave when you're winning things? The only way a player will leave is if you're not winning things. And if they get to their new stadium, like I said, a lot of them will stay because they want to go into the nice, shiny new stadium. It's still a shithole. It's still a dump. It's just literally built on the old dump. So technically, we've won the league in your new stadium because it's the old stadium. And at the end of the day, go out there and win trophies. If they do, then, like I said, that's when I worry. But if they don't, then no, because those players will start leaving. And then their fans will start going mad. And then questions will start getting asked about Pochettino. Because if he's at Tottenham 4 or 5 years and they put the pressure on, but they don't win any trophies, how long does Daniel Levy sit there and say, yeah, we can continue doing this? He's pumping a lot of money into the club. You've got your beautiful, nice, shiny stadium, but you've got an empty trophy cabinet.
Look into that camera, DT.
Right.
And imagine that you're talking to the Arsenal players, right? This weekend. Just before we go here, right, I want you to send if you was in that change room and you were going to give the team talk, right? I want you to look into that camera and give your team talk. Don't make it too long to the Arsenal players.
I would quite simply tell the players exactly what this fucking means to every single one of us. If you do not understand what beating Tottenham means, then do not bother putting on that shirt. If you can't fight, if you can't go out there and show exactly what we feel, then you're not right for this club. And then on top of that, listen, you got to think about me ranting afterwards.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. You lot,
listen,
you lot don't want that. But seriously, if you need any kind of motivation for this game, you're not right for this club. You should be motivated before we even walk out on that pitch. You should be buzzing the week before the game even starts. Don't hug the players. Don't touch any of the Tottenham players. Don't look at the fucking badge on their shirt because they're shit. Go out there, get the job done, and then after 90 minutes you can swap your shorts and your shirts and give each other a kiss and a cuddle. But for those 90 minutes, you're an Arsenal man. So go out there and fucking show that it means something to you.
Thanks, you. That's the podcast today. Don't forget, you can download it on iTunes and get it on all formats. The Churchillian speaks by DT. I wonder if Wenger's going to say anything like that.
Probably not. He's probably going to say a word, does he? Do you know what I mean? I'm probably going to get shouted at by my probation officer.
But looking forward to the North London derby. It's going to be some game. It's the biggest game of the weekend, and let's hope it lives up to it. And let's hope Arsenal. I mean, a big win for Arsenal. How good would that be?
Exactly. And what's the one thing I say? Do not let me down.